Alright, now I'm going to do my little third reflection video about the Foot Wearables workshop. So yesterday we went to Botanical Gardens, and we also went to the Da Vinci Museum. Feet. Started the day off trying to expand our minds about feet and this and that. Had an interesting discussion, we'll review that in a second. Then we went to the Botanical Gardens, did a lot of walking, did a lot of complaining, right? Realized that feet like to be massaged, they like to be pampered, and they're very symbolic, right? They're very symbolic in our society of a lot of different things, right? When you have your shoes on and you walk into a sacred space, it's disrespectful. Why? Well, a few reasons probably. Shoes are impure. They have the dirt from the ground. The ground is impure, right? It's dirty. Additionally, the ground is sacred, right? This is the earth. This is the nature. So when you want to reach communion with nature, you should take your shoes off and then touch the floor and have that connection with the earth. So it's both like a purity thing, where the feet, touching the thing. So that's interesting. So walking outside, some of these temples are out here. You see rows and rows of shoes, and that shows the sacredness to that space. The shoes create an aura of sacredness. Why? Because you see intentionality in the pile of shoes. Why did those people take their shoes off here? By golly, why did they do it, right? When you go inside a house and you see a pile of shoes, it's an instruction manual. That means you need to behave in a certain way, okay? So feet are an indicator of intentionality, which is true. Think about walking down an alleyway, right? You look at the feet to see somebody's trajectory. You try to understand where somebody's headed by where their feet are pointed. And then you coordinate your own interactions based on how you see those feet headed, right? Or how about a car? Car's feet are like the tires, right? You look at how the tires are deviating and how they're changing the course of the car in order to tune your reaction, right? So your feet are like that. They're almost like the engine. Well, not the engine, they're the tires of the body, right? So they're the things that touching the ground. But unlike tires, they have shoes, right? They can be taken off, and they can be massaged, and they can be appreciated for their own, we don't appreciate our tires on our car. We really don't appreciate the feet on our feet either. And so there's a lot of advertisements about pampering your feet, because the feet are sensitive when we take the shoe off. And you take the shoe off when you're in this safe space, in this vulnerable space, right? So it's a vulnerability. It's a matter of vulnerability, a matter of I don't know. It's a matter of vulnerability. It's a matter of and whatever you interesting. Whatever you invest in your feet, it can help you in your journey, right? So you can do something to help you walk farther. If your journey is a distance type journey, but what if your journey is conceptual, right? What if you're trying to get a job? Then the shoes make the interview. Shoes make the outfit, is what they say. The shoes make the outfit. So that means your shoes are like the part of the outfit that could be denied, could be overlooked, right? But if it's not overlooked, then that's impressive. If the shoes are polished, right? We polish the shoes, we make them shiny. And it's almost like bragging about how high class I am, that my dirty shoes are super clean, right? I don't do that type of work. I'm not a garbage man. I'm a I'm a I'm a classy guy with classy shoes that does classy stuff, right? So so that's impressive. Um, so shoes are a status symbol, very much so. But they're also very functional. That's interesting. Like jewelry is a status symbol. It's not very functional, right? Most of other clothes are are also status symbols and functional, but most of them don't have the rigor of wear and tear of shoes, um, and therefore they're not as expensive necessarily. More like a purse, but the semiotics of a purse are completely different than the shoes. Why? A purse is for storage. A purse is for um, it's a resource bag, right? Bag for resources to prepare you for what's happening in the future, and then it also has these other aesthetic qualities, right? So shoes aren't a resource bag; they're another potential, right? They do have a potential for some type of social interpretation. They also have a potential for walking, with their walkability, whether or not these are walking shoes, or whether or not these are show-off shoes, or whether or not these are what shoes are these? You know, what are my shoes? What am I trying to do here? You pick your shoes based on the type of day you're trying to have, and you prepare your mind by selecting your shoes. You say, these are the constraints of activities that I'm going to, I have my dress shoes on today. I'm not going to do any running when I go out. I have my running shoes. I'm not going to go meet the CEO of the company I'm trying to collaborate with. You know, I have my flip flops on. I'm trying to go to the beach. I have um, my scuba diving shoes on. I'm trying to go in the water. I have my okay. Now what is something I want to do in all those cases, right? What if I had an augmented device that allowed me to understand those types of things, or to gain insight into those types of things? Why do I need to gain insight into those types of things? What types of shoes I'm wearing, how I'm interacting with those shoes, how those shoes are affecting my day to day. I don't know. I don't know if that's important. I don't know what's important about it. I don't know yet. All I know, some of these things about what shoes symbolize and some of these ideas I've been having about, given what we've been thinking about and how we've been approaching this topic. So I'm going to keep reflecting here, and this is the first official day of the workshop, right? We had our bonding day yesterday, and it was quite the bonding experience. The botanical gardens, especially the sphere, good God, the sphere was amazing, right? It was a group activity, it was interactive, it was very interesting. Um, what else happened feet-wise at the museum? Oh, the textures, right? The textures of the pebbles was amazing. It was like a massage. And it was a novel experience because this, foot stimulation is not typical of them day to day. You know, we have sensory dulling or sensory habituation on our feet. We basically forget that the shoes are there, which is okay, right? It's kind of like it's part of their feature set. The shoes should melt away. What if the shoe was a subtle indicator of intentionality at a deeper level than what it already is, right? What if the shoes had some kind of information display about where this person's going in life? It's almost like that song. This song is always in my head, right? Always, after year to year. Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Right? Alright, so where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe, and where'd you go? if I look at your shoes with this augmented reality glasses I'm wearing right now, um, what if I saw a stream of where you came from and where you went when I look at your shoes? A little golden stream, conceptual and physical. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Whatever you want to share, right? And what if it was associated with the feet? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Pat Nacho. And what if the intentionality can be different levels of abstraction, right? So it can be micro intentionality, what I want to do right now, or macro intentionality, where I'm trying to go with my life, right? What if the shoes symbolize that? What if it wasn't even a shoe that you wear? What if this was a shoe for life? A body shoe. I don't know. What would that mean? What's a body shoe? This is a shoe, right? A shoe is a way to protect the foot from the environment because it's sensitive and to enable increased amount of work on the cognitive system due to the dulled sensation of the foot. You dull the sensation of the foot so that you don't have to worry about those senses keeping you down, right? Yeah, they don't keep you down, and in fact, the aesthetics of the shoe, the design of the shoe, bring you up into whatever situation you're in, so your senses don't stop you, and the aesthetics propel you forward. It's interesting. Okay. So what if it's the body armor suit? What if it's the suit, dude? And what if the shoes are the brain of the body suit? Because they are the indicator as far as if I'm trying to move or not, right? If I'm trying to move my legs. Oh, and then the hands could be the indicators of the limbs, right? And then the hands and the feet together can basically correlate to, because the hand has a mind of its own, right? And the foot has a mind of its own. And the arm has a mind of its own, but I think the arm is subjected to the hands, and the legs are subjected to the feet, right? Because those are the points of the origin of movement. When you wave, it starts with the hand, then you get the elbow, then you get the shoulder, right? When you step, foot moves first, foot and knee move, in synchrony. But the foot is always leading the charge. So what if we had this suit, right, that was connected to the feet and was providing this information, this body armor information, both dulling senses that don't need to be emphasized right now in order to help me get work done, and supporting whatever intentionality I have in whatever situation I'm in. Does that mean new pairs of shoes, new pairs of clothes? I don't know. That means shifting pairs of shoes, shifting graphical displays on my shoes. I don't know. The type of shoe I'm wearing. Is there a transformation, a morphing happening? I don't know. But it's interesting that the shoe leads the foot, the foot leads the legs, right, and the hand leads the arms. That is interesting. And the head leads the whole body, right? So it goes the feet and the arms. Okay, so the arms are probably. Okay, so it's probably the head, the hands, and the feet. That's probably the order of the hierarchy here, right? The head is the entire system. The hands are the arms, and the feet are the legs. So when you have head, feet, and hands together synchronized, then you're gonna be rocking and rolling, man. You're gonna be killing it, dude. So that's interesting. So we're talking about the second body here. In the role that the second feet have in the second body. It's interesting. Okay.